Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, quick question for you. Do you have some of these dinosaurs laying around your office, your, I don't know, your old computers that you're about to turn into e-waste and probably turn these into e-waste? I'll think twice, right? Especially if you have some decent size on some of these. Like this right here, well, this is a 500 gigabyte, but you might e-waste that. Well, this is a 1 terabyte, and this is a 2 terabyte, right? So this might be a 500 gig as well, and oh, this is a 2 terabyte. All right. So again, yeah, I know the era of the good old mechanical hard drives. It's coming to an end, but listen, this guy can still kick it, right? And they can, especially if you have one of these. Bam. So this is the Oracle 9728C3. So this is a compact 2-bay USB-C DAS, not NAS. Okay, that's a direct attached storage that lets you add serious amount of storage to your setup without building a full NAS, without dealing with networking configuration, and without spending crazy money. Especially if you already have these, because these are getting crazy expensive right now with the whole storage shortage that we are dealing with currently. So, and according to Oracle, you can add a total of 44 terabyte and this 2 bay. So that means 2 drive with a maximum of 22 terabyte each. Whew, that's a lot of storage. But hey, and again, quick disclaimer: this was sent to me by Oracle for this review. Then no money exchange hands. My opinions of my own. And yeah, I've done quite a few NAS video on the channel, so might switch it up a little bit. All right, let's get to the unboxing. All right, now this is not a NAS. Okay, this is not some advanced RAID server. This is a direct attached storage, meaning you plug it directly to your computer through USB-C. Drop in your hard drives or SSD. They also take 2.5-inch SSDs, and use it like a big external storage drive. Okay, and honestly, for creators, PC builders, home labbers, photographers, video editors, or anyone sitting on extra SATA drive, this could be a really useful piece of gear. So in this video, we're going to unbox it, install some drives, test the setup process, talk about real world performance, and go over the pros and cons. And then I'll tell you who should actually buy this. Let's get into it. All right. So let's get to the unboxing. Again, let's check it out. Oh, pretty lightweight, like that. So let's check out our accessories. Let me get these out the way. Voila. Okay, we got an included Phillips screwdriver. I like that. I like that. Okay, have a power plug and USB-C to USB-A. A tons of screws, so we can tell this is not gonna be a toolless process. Of course, our user manual, and finally the other piece of our AC adapter. Damn. All right. Let's see. Trying to see the rating on here. A little bit more lighting here. Okay. So 48 watts. Okay. 12 volt 48 watt. Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and check out the main event. Pretty nice. Hold on, let me do something with the lighting. Because I feel like this is, okay, much better. There it is right here. Alright, in the back we have USB-C, the barrel plug, and also a power button. Oh, I like that feeling. And on the top, oh, you just push down, and voila, you got two storage caddy. Just pull them out. Oh, they are metal. Yeah, nice build quality. I like that. Probably interchangeable. Yep, they are. I like that. So let's look at the back pane. As you can see, our SATA back pane right there. And oh, as you can see, there is a probably a little hard to tell, but you see there's a fan right underneath it to help cool the drive once they get installed in there. So yeah, pretty cool. Give me more a well, I'm not gonna say it. So pretty cool design. But this is like more of a, this is not metal. It look metal from far away, but it's not metal. And I think the bottom is, and the top is. So that's probably why you feel like the resonance sounds like metal, but it is not metal. All right. So again, so the ORICO, this unit, all right, it supports both 2.5 and 3.5-inch SATA drives, right? Which we got. You can see the size difference between the two here. And also, you can also use regular desktop hard drive, laptop hard drive, or SATA SSD. So the total capacity supported, like I mentioned earlier, is 44 terabytes. Okay, and it connects via USB-C using a USB 3.25 gigabit connection, and it comes with an external 12 volt power adapter because 2.5-inch desktop hard drive needs more power than USB alone can provide. All right, so the big setting point here is you're not logging into any web interface, you're not configuring any storage pool, you're basically turning internal SATA drive into external drives. Okay, and but yeah, first impression, this has a simple black design, nothing too flashy, but it looks clean enough to sit on the desk without screaming for attention. The body is made from ABS plastic, so this is not a heavy aluminum premium enclosure. It feels more like a budget-friendly storage accessory, which is exactly what this is. Also in the box, we'll get the power adapter, the USB cable, and paperwork. Okay, guys. All right, so we are in the second phase of this video, and yeah, so this is the enclosure, just sitting on the desk next to my computer, tiny monster. So, couple things. One thing I want to mention right away. By the way, I'm having an issue with. Okay, if you don't know, right, you're just looking at the enclosure. Oh man, this is a good looking enclosure, and then you're looking at the top. Say, oh, how do I open this? Right, you looking around or whatever the case may be. Because look at this, zero indicator. Which side to you can't be pressing this side, but then you just press this side. So I understand you don't want a big open or press to open, so obnoxious, but a little arrow printing down this way would be great, you know, Oracle. That's what I'm asking. Because if somebody don't know it's gonna be a guessing game. Now I'm just trying to think now, okay, if it's facing this way, I said, okay, so I'm just gonna have to type on the right side. But again, it could have been a lot easier with just a small marking right there. All right, so we going to install our drives first before I go ahead and connect this thing and boot it up. I got everything ready to go. We got our power adapter, our plug, and also the cable. So I'm using everything that came, and I don't like to use different cable than what the manufacturer sent because it's usually rated for their own product. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and install some drives. So for this experiment, we are going to go with, what is this here? This is, I think it's, 500. Oh, no, we're not doing that. All right, let me find out the drive. Find a big boy. This is 1 terabyte. I thought I had a 2 terabyte. Hold on. Oh, this thing look old. Ooh, this is really old. 2 terabyte. Okay, so we're gonna use this guy. All right, so we're gonna install this one first. So we know this is side up, so our SATA port should be facing down. Oh, sorry, this way. And we should have our screws, the holes lined up for our screws. There you go, all lined up right here. So for the second one, we're gonna do something a little crazy. We're gonna install ourselves a SSD. A SATA SSD. So we got a Samsung. What is this? A7 Evo 250 gigabyte. Oh, Jesus. All right, facing up. I'm gonna install it face down here, and our holes should line up. Hold on. Make sure. Yes, they are. All right, so it's not going anywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and install. Let me take one more look where our HB is. So means we're going in this way, and we're going in this way. All right, I'm going to jump into OBS Studio, and we're gonna check out what's going on inside this little enclosure. All right, see you on the next one. All right, everybody. So we are now in OBS Studio, so we can get a closer look at our DAS. So as you can see, I did put both drives in there, the SATA SSD and also a 3.5-inch clunker, but only one showed up. So the first two drives you see here are my NVMe SSDs. That's in my small form factor build. So this is a 249 or 250 gigabyte. That's what I use for the OS, but for some reason I don't know, it's already filled up with crap. And then this is just my secondary drive that's behind the motherboard, and that's a 1 terabyte Kingston SSD. So, but only the 2 terabyte showed up, not the SATA SSD. So let's go ahead and jump into this management and find out what's going on over there. Boom. Okay. So Okay, then there's a problem. So this drive, although it showed up, it's a healthy partition, but it is not assigned. It was not assigned a letter, right? So you see how I automatically assign E for the 2 TB, but for some reason it doesn't. It didn't do that for this one. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that because I did make a video tutorial on how to go ahead and assign your drive if it's not recognized by Windows. So we're gonna do right click. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Zero option beside of delete the volume. And this is exactly what we are going to do. As you can see, that's the only option they gave you. Go with it. So it's completely fine. We're gonna delete the volume. Let Windows unallocated it. That's what it was, tongue twister. And then we are going to reallocate the drive. So we're gonna create a new sample volume. Create next, next. So we have the first drive E. Yeah, we're gonna go with F. That is absolutely fine. We are performing a quick format. That's fine. So just remember, guys, that when your drives are being formatted, you're all going to lose everything in it. So don't put drives that has important information into these systems if you don't intend to format it or don't intend to risk to lose what's in it. Alright, so we have a new volume F. So now we're gonna go to this PC and voila, we got both volume ready to go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and use Crystal Mark to run a few tests. Alright, so we're gonna do it with the big clunker first. 2 gig. It's good. One. Alright, let's go. Okay, so while it's performing this test, 141 megabyte per second. It's not bad for an old clunker. Okay. So the second pass we got 140. Good. So we're gonna get the random read. .72, 0.67. Okay. Again, nothing to run home about. So let's look at our writing. So we do a sequential write. Oh, one thing. Okay, one thing I want to mention, guys. This enclosure uses a 5 gigabit per second USB connection, so you should not expect Thunderbolt speed or even USB 4 speed. Like nothing close to 10 gigabit per second performance. You shouldn't expect for this thing. For our drives, that's not a big problem for the bigger mechanical drives. Because most mechanical drives are not going to even saturate a 5 gigabit per second USB connection. But if you install SATA SSD, then the USB connection can become more of a limiting factor, as we will see. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to our SATA SSD now, and we're gonna run the test on there. Okay. All right. So, all right. So for basic backup, large file transfer, even like a media storage, and general data management, so the speeds are usable. They're okay. But if you're doing high-end 4K, 8K editing directly off this enclosure, I'll be wary, okay, because it will depend on your codec, bitrate, drive type, and your workflow. And for simple YouTube editing, archive storage, and project backup, this makes a lot more sense than constantly buying single external hard drives. Alright, this is it. So as you can see, pretty much here, let me do this real quick. Yeah, so this piece is pretty manageable. Alright, not too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna move a three how far is it? 3.75 gigabyte file. So we're gonna move that in here and see. One hundred 128. Okay, so this is on the regular hard drive. Okay, so average of 128. All right, perfect. So now we're going to this here. We're gonna move the same 3.75 gigabyte file. Nice. So 66 average. Very nice. So yeah, I mean we didn't get closer to 400. That's what I would want to see, but this is not bad enough. I'll fastly move almost 4 gigabyte um, file. So that was pretty impressive. So okay, anyway, guys. So let's talk about our final verdict here. So who is this actually for? So first, this is great for people who have extra SATA drives sitting around. And if you upgrade your PC and pull out old hard drive, just that will give those drives a second life. And second, it's useful for content creators. You can use it for video archives, thumbnails, project backups, raw footage, audio files, um, and finished exports. So again, useful for PC builders and repair techs. Instead of opening up your system every time you need to check a drive, you can drop it into the ORICO, plug it in, and access the data. Fourth, it works as a simple backup station. Right? You can plug it into your PC, run your backups, and then turn it off when you're done. So that last part is important because offline backup are still useful. You know, if everything you own is always connected, always mounted, and always online, it's more exposed to user error, malware, accidental deletion, and power issue. So what I like and what I don't like with this unit. So what I like about the Oracle 9728C3. So number one, the setup is simple. So it's like literally plug and play. Just put your drive, screw them in, drop it in there and plug and play, and you're in business. Number two, it's I would say it's almost tool free, but unfortunately you still gotta use screws to get those drives in there. Unfortunately, number three, support large capacity drive. A 22 terabyte each drive, you can get up to 44 terabyte. That's a lot of storage, guys. And then also the next one, it works across all platforms, Windows, Mac, and Linux. So you don't have to pick and choose which platform this external DAS work with. And so number five and final, it's much cheaper and easier than building a full-fledged NAS. Not everyone needs network storage. Some people just need a box that hold drives, and connect to the computer. Plain and simple. Let's talk about what I don't like about this device. So, number one, it's the limitation. Come on, the elephant in the room, the limitation of the USB, which is 5 KB per second. That is so slow, guys. Not in this day and age, not in 2026. Okay, yeah, so that's fine for hard drive, but I would love to see at least 10 KB per second in this unit, especially people that wants to use faster SATA SSD. And then uh, yeah, this is not an ass. All right. I don't know. I shouldn't put this as a con, but yeah, it's not an ass. It's really limited. It goes to the computer. It only on when the computer's on. If the computer's off, you have no access to it. Okay. Number three. I hate to say this. It's plastic. Why? Why? It looks so good from far away. It looks like a nice metal, a nice little. It's something I can just leave in my right in my coffee table, or I don't know, but people can look at it. It's like, oh my god, this is so nice. But no, it's plastic. ABS plastic. So yeah, that was a bummer. But again, it's still a nice clean look, and again to keep price down. Anything cannot be Cincy machine, guys. I know you want it to be nice, metal feel, cold to the touch, but that costs money, right? Like they always say, if it's heavy, it's expensive. So who should buy this? Alright, if you want a simple desktop storage box, if you want extra SATA drive, if you want an easy backup station, and if you need more storage without building an NAS, this is for you. Skip it if you're looking for a RAID feature, network access, Thunderbolt speed, or a serious professional editing storage system. And for the right person, this is a very useful little box. Alright guys, this is it for me. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. And if you like what I do or the reviews I make on this channel, go ahead and subscribe for more videos like this. And yeah, let me know down in the comment. What do you use as a DAS? Or do you just grab a big old hard drive and plug it to your computer? That would work too. So yeah, I would like to know about that. So listen, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.